just have a couple small goals for today to do. One's to get the balancer on. So I'm going to get this nut off. I had this shimmed out because you don't want this bolt to bottom out in the crankshaft. I did that in the other one. It gets messed up. Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm an artist. This is my 1988 Silver Eagle Model 15 bus. 4 years ago, the motor decided to let go on me, and I've been picking away at it ever since. Here at my shop, you never know what jobs, projects, or shenanigans I'll be up to. So follow along with me as I try to get this bus back on the road and get into future projects. This is 11th Hour Custom. So how this works is there's a wedge inside facing out like this, and that's this way, and then the balancer has two wedges on either side, and then this wedge goes in this way and wedges the balancer in place. So the procedure is, you put the balancer in, put the wedge in, put my dampener on, tighten it down like 150 pounds, strike the end of the bolt, and then tighten it down 300 pounds, But the key factor is you want this thing to be tight, because this is the only thing that holds that from spinning on its own. My old motor, I didn't realize until it blew up, and maybe it broke this loose, but the balancer was spinning. And I know some other people that have beach race that had that issue. I always thought it was key weight, but it's these wedges. I'm going to steel wool this end here with light oil and some steel wool just to get this light rust off. Then we'll clean it off. What's the matter, Bubs? Huh? Good now. That's the inner wedge. So now when I put the dampener on, that'll drive this in place and wedge that tight. It's going to be a tough one. Let me get a soft mallet, see if we can get it started. With this paint marker, I'm going to put some dots right where the keyway is, so I can get that lined up with the keyway. So I'm going to take a little of this anti-seize, just put it on the tip of this, just to have something as a guide, because it is tight. Oh, God damn. Man. I left this thing off because it took up so much room in the front for the forklift. I gotta get it started so I can run the bolt and we can tap it and keep it even. Man, getting it started isn't easy. Nice. Oh, son of a bitch. How about that? So it's got about a looks about to be like an inch to go in. So what we'll do is we'll get the impact going and run it in. This is the final sweet spot, I guess. Sorry to interrupt this video. I want to give a quick apology and an explanation on the missing footage that's supposed to be right here. In my beginning of filming everything, I had footage of me taking the balancer off, and I think I deleted it all. In this video too, I think I didn't have the camera running when I first installed the pulley here. When I tightened up the dampener pulley here, I thought it was going to close up the gap, and I grabbed this balancer and it spun. So it clearly either had the wrong cone or there's a piece missing. I did my research and I couldn't find what was supposed to be there, which is exactly what happened on the old motor. I had old footage of me taking apart the engine, and I leaned on this and it spun and I almost fell, and of course that's missing. So now you're going to see how I came up with a solution, because this is tight now. Hang in there, someone else may run into the same situation, and I hope this helps you out. Okay, so this is my worst nightmare. Just pulling this off again. So it went on pretty easily. Hopefully it comes off, but now I really don't want to destroy the paint. So I'm going to put some duct tape on the jaws just to pad it. So to get this off, we're going to measure the back side of this pulley and see the depth difference here, which is like, looks like almost like a quarter of an inch. So, oh my God, can you believe that? Thank God. So that's a miracle. Thank God I lubed it. Maybe we could take this off. On the old motor, man, the thing fought me all the way to the tip, and we didn't really do that much paint damage. Oh, how about that shit? No way. I'm just gonna get a caliper and measure this. And measure this distance here. Okay. So 2.93. Bevel on the crank. 3.2. Pull this off. I ran my dum-dum calculations with my caliper, and I'm no machinist, but this hole measures 2.93, and this measures like 3.16 roughly to the edge of that cone, and it's got another 3/16 to seat flush with the edge of that bevel crank. The difference is about a quarter of an inch, so I need a cone that would be a quarter inch longer. I think that cone measured 0.91, 0.92, around there. So we'll figure if there's one of these that's a quarter inch longer, that's what we need to make this, squeeze this balancer in place. This is the one that came off of this engine, right? Mm-hmm. And it pulley bolted to this, and this went on like this. So when you drive this in with the pulley, it squashes that cone, and that tightens this up from spinning. Okay. Now this one, this is what came off the bus, right? Mm-hmm. And see, there's a cap in the end of it right there. See, yeah. So the bolt goes in there, right? Well, this goes on, and it's supposed to wedge that cone in place. Oh, okay. But it's a quarter inch short of tightening that up. Oh, okay. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like this spins like that. Because it's not all the way back. Because it's not wedging, it's not jamming that wedge in place. What I got to do is get a larger or a longer cone. Now this guy, Cliff Allen, told me, just messaged me and said they do make different length ones. But my thing is the motor that was in this bus, that must have been wrong, because that spun all the time. Yeah, but I didn't know it. I never touched the balancer. Yeah. So if that thing's loose and wobbling, that'll throw the motor off balance. and it'll eventually make something go out of whack. So I'm thinking, had whoever remanufactured the motor put the wrong cone in there and just put this thing on and cranked it down, because this bottoms out on the end of the crank, and it never touches that cone, and that thing just spins on it.
Too much play.
Yeah, so like, because this is the setup off the old motor, except for this balancer. This is the balancer from this motor.
Okay.
Bowling balls here. Venom's cutting.
We sharpen it with
The other one sounds sharper than that one. Yeah, it is.
a lot of smoke. Better leave that blade up. Nice.
Huh? Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
What did it measure? Did you measure it?
Yeah, see, we're not even hitting it.
No, I know, but I mean, what did you measure the thickness or no? It's over 3/8?
Yeah. It's 480.
Okay.
Ready? Action.
Ready for your shot?
Ready for your close.
Tell us what you're doing there, sir. Desktop. That's doing the job. Done a lot of jobs. That's a family trait. Everything's a rush. Everybody's got something to do. I don't have time for this. Be nice to be able to just do this once.
What are they gonna make it so fucking tight?
Goes up right now, without it being pushed back all the way. It almost looks like it's a 1/8 inch gap in the end of the crankshaft. Right here. I think we tighten it up.
Tighten it up.
Yeah.
See what happens.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, let me get the gun. It's just tight.
Because you want it.
Yeah. How about that if we got lucky first try?
It's professional. What the fuck are you talking about? Lucky. This Christ knew what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
So that's what you're looking for. All right, listen.
That's what you want. Yeah, it's I mean, it was like this.
Okay.
Now look, there isn't even.
Not even a gap in there now?
It is. If it's like a 30-second if it's a gap.
Well, then you're fine.
Yeah.
That's fine then.
And that is tight.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Definitely tighter than
That's
it
what
was.
you're looking for.
That's perfect. Yeah, right in there, you can see the end of the crankshaft, and I mean, there's a hairline.
That's all.
Yeah, and it needs to go tighter, so because I got to hammer that bolt, like I said in the manual.
Or the will, and
You know.
now everybody needs them. You can start making them up.
Yeah, I need more of the. Well.
You can get 2 more out of here at least.
Yeah. But it's such a stupid thing.
I know.
And like, and I asked a couple of bus guys if I needed to run this thing on here or just run regular pulleys, and they're like, no, you got to have that dampener because this is rubber mounted.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good.
Yeah. So problem solved. Like it was made for it.
It was. We made it.
Good.
It's better than being loose. 'Cause the last
I don't know how the fucking thing worked when it was that loose.
I don't either. I didn't realize, I never knew. I had never touched that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Who would ever think to touch the balancer? Now
Yeah,
that,
that's what I'm.
but now that you know, now that I know, you know, you especially with Detroit's how their balancer's mounted, that's one of the things I would check. I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna finish these mounts, and then I'm gonna disassemble everything and cut this mount off, and then I'm gonna get ready to touch up paint.
Well, wait till Roy gets here. We'll go get a hot dog.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, that's fine with me. Take a break. Let's go take a break.
We're taking one. There we are. Sitting
Well,
on
you
the
want to go
motor.
sit in the shade or what?